Namaste and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and on this channel I am the manifesting yogini. Today I have a practice to manifest a return of what was lost. So this practice was inspired by a dream I had last night. In this dream, I had lost a skirt that I really liked, and I went through the stages of grief, and I came to acceptance of losing the skirt, and voila, there it was right on the ground, and I found the skirt. So maybe there's some dream interpreters out there that can give me some idea of what this dream means. But I'm not here to interpret the dream. I'm here to be inspired by it today to offer you a class to manifest a return of what was lost. So does acceptance manifest what you want? And the idea I have around acceptance is that nothing actually is lost. So in yogic philosophy, which stems from a previous philosophy, Indian philosophy, Sankhya, from the Sankhya school, of Purusha and Prakriti. So it's this idea that everything is dual. So Purusha is the eternal, never-changing, unlimited spirit, I would say. And Prakriti, in manifesting terms, would probably relate closely to the 3D, is what they call. So anything material, matter, anything that can change. And so Prakriti is considered illusory. And the idea when we lose something, it's no longer in our 3D senses. We can only sense perception of it. That is actually an illusion. So loss. So when we're holding on to something and trying to get something back, and we're not accepting that it's gone, acceptance is never accepting that it's gone, because nothing is actually gone. It's illusory. What acceptance is accepting the emptiness, the feeling of emptiness, the feeling of lack. And it's in this emptiness that we can allow to call in abundance. I'll give the example of when you're planting and a flower plant you like dies, do you wish it to come back to life? Or do you dig a hole, get all the roots out, and have this empty hole to plant new seeds in? So it's acceptance isn't acceptance of loss. Acceptance is acceptance of possibilities, right? So with all that said, I have a Vinyasa flow for you today, and let's get started. You grab any props you think you need, put on your favorite music, and let's begin. So let's begin by chanting Om. And your hands can be anywhere you like for this. I just placing them on my abdomen because my microphone is at my heart center. So we'll take a breath in. And from here, let's come to reclined on your back. And we'll come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. If this is too much, you can always place a block or something, blankets or something underneath your knees. You can also just extend your legs out straight. And palms can be at your rib cage or by your side, palms facing open for receiving, or down on your rib cage for grounding. And taking a moment here to check in with the physical body. Notice if there's any places that you're gripping onto. Where can you relax? And checking in with the breath. Does your observation of the breath change the breath? Do you even have the awareness to answer that question? And beginning to deepen on the inhale, nice big belly breath in. Feeling the belly, the rib cage expand, and exhale, letting all the air out, feeling the emptiness, the subtle contraction, and that pause right before the expansion, before the breath fills up again. And a couple more deep breathing belly breaths on your own. Slowing down the exhalation, feeling that pause, that emptiness before the inhalation. And after your next breath, just continue to breathe normally. In and out through the nose, through the entire practice. And drawing the knees together. Bringing both knees into the chest. Clasping the hands around your shins for Apanasana. And if normally you move around in this pose, just find some stillness here. Feeling maybe a little bit more tightness as you breathe in and fill the belly up. More compression. And interlacing both hands around the right knee, extend the left leg long down the mat, place the heel on the floor, flexing through both feet. Draw the right knee over to the left, extending the right arm, shoulder, and gazing towards the right fingertips, breathing here. Drawing the right knee to center, interlace the peace fingers around the big toe and press the heel towards the ceiling. If this is difficult to straighten through the leg, you can either place the left sole of the foot on the floor and bend the left knee. That can make it a little bit easier. You can also walk the hand a little farther down the leg. That's perfectly fine. And release the grip. Keep the right leg extended and extend the left leg to meet the right. And just hang out here for a second with legs extended towards the ceiling. Relax the feet. And bending the left knee, interlace the hands around the left knee and extend the right leg to the floor. Flexing through both feet, drawing the knee over to the right. The left shoulder stays planted to the floor. And breathing here, deep breaths through the abdomen. Drawing the left knee back to center, and we'll find that bind here, interlacing the peace fingers around the big toe. Extend the leg, and you may want to place the right sole of the foot to the ground if they're pretty tight here, or walk the hand behind the leg. Release the grip if you have it. Keep that left leg extended and bring the right leg to meet the left and just hang out here. Extending the legs towards the ceiling. Draw the knees into the chest and bring your hands behind the hamstring. We'll rock and roll up so you can use your legs as momentum. Don't roll over onto your head. That C curve with the spine. And we'll pause here in Ardha Navasana boat pose. Squeeze the legs together. Draw the shoulders down the back. And from here, pressing the balls of the feet forward, spread your toes nice and wide. And flex your toes towards your face. You can stay right here or extend the legs straight. Stay right here. Maybe walk your hands up the legs. Maybe reach your hands forward. Maybe bend your knees. Any variation is fine. Inhale. Exhale, cross at the ankles and roll on forward onto a tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, and you probably, if you've been through some practices with me, you know where we're going from here, moving through cat-cow, belly drops. Gaze lifts, exhale, round through the spine, hollowing out the belly. Inhale and exhale. Round. Inhale, arch. Moving in unison with breath. Exhale, round. Find that pause at the end of the exhale. And then begin the movement, begin the breath. Ujjayi breathing, that's in and out with a slight constriction on the back of the throat if that feels necessary today. Can help to control the breath with the movement. And then from here, tuck your toes under and lift and hover the knees up off the floor. Exhale, press the hips back. You may need to walk the feet back a little bit into your first down dog. And any movement here, pedaling out the feet, saying yes or no with the head. Any little micro movements or macro movements that feel right in your down dog right now. Or just no movement at all. From here, shift forward and drop your knees to the earth. Tuck your toes under and come up to standing on your knees. From here, place your hands at heart center and lean back. Try to keep the torso straight and just lean back like a zombie lean. And shift on forward. Bring the toes to touch and bring them wide apart. Sit your hips right down onto your heels. place the palms to the floor. Try to keep that connection of bum to heels as you move into your child's pose. And setting your personal intention for practice today. Bring your forehead to something. I keep my head a little lifted here just so the mic doesn't get all crinkly. And with your intention today, maybe think of whatever it is you're returning. Maybe that's just a person, place, or thing. If the person is deceased, then maybe just make this a dedication to them. Or you can just do a feeling. Whatever it is, big or small, doesn't matter. And from here, reach your hands a little farther forward. Press through all 10 knuckles of the hands. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips and press your hips back. From here, lift up onto the balls of the feet and start to pedal out the feet. Bending one knee and then the other. And then keep that movement and just start to make small steps forward. Bring one foot forward and then the other. Just very small, creepy little steps. All the way to the front of the mat. And when you arrive at the front of the mat, bend your knees generously and hang into a forward fold, perhaps grabbing opposite elbow and bringing the forearms by your head and swaying side to side. Excuse me. Release the hands. Press through the feet, soft knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head and shoulders are the last to arrive. When you arrive, lift the shoulders up to the ears and draw them down the back, stretching the fingers towards the floor. Lift and spread your toes, feeling the arches of the feet lift up off the floor, and release your toes down. Notice the gentle sway of the body here in your mountain pose. Now, what happens when we start to press the big toe just slightly down? What happens to that sway and that movement? Pressing the toe a little firmly into the earth. Now press just the heel into the earth and the toe. Keep the arches lifting here. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bowing forward over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Hands to shins or thighs. Lengthen here through the crown of the head, through the sides of the waist, through the crown of the head. Stepping back into a down dog. From your down dog, lift up high onto the balls of the feet. Soften the knees and press the hips away. Find some length through the sides of the waist. Release the heels in line with the middle toes and feel all 10 toes lift up off the floor and lowering them back down. Inhale forward into a plank. Lowering down, elbows hug in, drop the knees if you need. Inhale, arching up into cobra. Tops of the feet press to the floor. Exhale, pressing back up, either hands and knees into down dog. Bring the toes to touch. Inhale, the right foot lifts, three-legged dog. Swing the right knee forward, step it through between the hands, and place the left knee down into your Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Wrapping the right hand around the left wrist, gently pull the left wrist up towards the ceiling and gently side bend over to the right. Keep pressing the hips forward. From here, releasing the bind, bringing the elbows down. Imagine there's someone pressing into the elbows as the elbows come down. Notice if that makes a difference through the shoulder blades. Take a breath in. And exhale, straighten through the right leg. Flex the right toes towards your face into a half Hanumasana, half splits. Press firmly through the right heels to add some strength here through your half splits. Soften through the left knee, placing the right knee on top of the soften through the right knee, placing the right hand on top of the right knee. Tuck the back toes under, shifting the hips forward, lifting the back leg up off the floor. Reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling for a twisted lunge. Take a breath here. And exhale into your wide-legged forward fold. All 10 toes come forward. And hang out here into your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe elbows come to the floor. From your wide-legged forward fold, lift just halfway. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Walk yourself over to the left foot. And stepping the left foot back to meet the right. Into down dog. Bring the toes to touch. Bring your right hand to center of the mat and shift forward, coming to a side plank on your right hand side. Releasing, bring the thumbs together. Bring the left hand to the center of the mat and switching to the other side. And releasing both hands down. Step back, right back through to down dog. Inhale, left foot lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, swing that left foot forward, step it forward between the hands, and rising up into our crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips back behind you. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Just for a moment here, before we straighten through both legs, bring the hands behind the back. Step the right foot a few inches forward. Drawing the right hip back, right hip forward, the left hip back. Hands can be at namaste behind the back or fists together. Pressing the fists firmly together, leaning forward over the front leg. From here, moving into our warrior three, bring the hands to the front thigh and float the right leg up. I'm moving pretty quickly through postures today, at least in my mind I am. And that's because I just want to give you a shorter practice today. So come into warrior three and then right through to 5-pointed star. From 5-pointed star, bring hands to heart center, interlace the hands, press them forward, and turn the right toes out into warrior two. Release the hands, gazing over the right shoulder. Are you able to find that engagement of the back muscles that we found earlier today? Gazing over the right shoulder, right fingertips. Flipping the right palm up, reach the right fingertips forward. Up and back, reverse your warrior. And extended side angle. Sweep the left arm up overhead. Right back up through to warrior two. Bring hands heart to center and lift the left knee. Find a balance here. From here into our Shiva twist. So bring the right hand to right knee, twisting open to the left. And back to center, placing the left ankle on top of the right knee. Sit down into our figure 4, like we're sitting into a chair, man style. Take a breath in. And exhale, release the left foot to meet the right. Come into your Tadasana mountain pose. Take a breath. Check in with the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Big step back with the left foot. We'll come into that crescent lunge. Once again, reach the fingertips back behind you. Reach the fingertips forward now into your crescent lunge. Reach the right hand back, left hand comes forward, twisting to the right. And now we're going to come to a Skandasana to the back of the mat. We do that by spinning our torso forward. Hands come to heart center. Turn the left toe slightly out and sit the left hip down. So this can be a nice high Skandasana. That's what it looks like in my body anyway. And it's not warrior 2. This is warrior 2. Now look, this is Skandasana. So we're pressing the left hip back like we're trying to sit into a chair that's to our left side. And spin yourself all the way to back of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale forward into plank, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, arch up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, pressing up and back into a down dog. Step, hop, small steps, big steps, all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise with a flat back. Exhale, hands come through to heart center and by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold on forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. And place the right knee to the floor. Coming into your Anjaneyasana flow, so bringing the hands up overhead. Place the left hand, wrap the left hand over the right wrist, gently pull the right fingertips just gently up towards the ceiling, and side bend over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, goddess arms. Imagine that, find that resistance at the elbows. And exhale, straighten through the left leg. Maybe walk that left foot a little farther forward into your half Hanumasana. Pressing through that heel. Inviting some strength here. Placing the right hand to the inside of the right foot, left hand on top of the knee. And we're just going to press into that knee to invite some more twist to the torso as we tuck the toe under and lift the back knee up off the floor. Take a breath here. Place both hands to the inside of the left foot. Spin yourself around into that wide-legged forward fold and relax. Walk yourself over to the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. We've got those side planks again. Inhale slightly forward. Bring the right hand to center. Side plank over to the right. And over to the other side. And then back to center into down dog. Toes to touch. Inhale, right foot, three-legged dog. Swing the right foot forward into our crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips back behind you. Inhale, rising on up. Just for a moment here in our crescent lunge, and then we'll straighten through both legs. Place the left heel down. You might need to step the left foot slightly forward for our pyramid pose. So, palms together or fists together. I personally love, even though I can do palms together, I love the fists together. It helps to relax my neck. And draw the left hip forward. The right hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lengthen and hinge. Bring the hands to the thigh or keep them behind their back if you're feeling tempted, and soften through the right knee. Lift the left foot up off the floor for warrior 3. Big step back with the left foot right into our 5-pointed star. Hands through to heart center, interlace the palms, press them forward, turn the left toes out into warrior 2. Extended side angle. Back up to warrior 2. Hands to heart center. Figure 4, balance to the front of the mat. Actually start with the right knee hip height. Bring Shiva twist. We don't want to forget Shiva twist. Left hand to right knee, twisting. Stacking the right ankle over the left knee. Sit down into your squat. Place the right foot down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Oh, that was scared me, my phone. Arch back, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Whew. And exhale, fold on forward. Hang out here in your forward fold for a minute. And then inhale, step the right foot back. We'll move into that high lunge, reaching the fingertips back behind you. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, twisting open to the left. Inhale, right back through to a Skandasana. So we'll do Skandasana on the right foot. And then release the hands. Step on back into down dog. Inhale, forward into plank, lowering all the way down to the floor. Inhale, arching up. Exhale, pressing back into down dog. Bring the knees to the floor. Bring them wide apart. Sit the hips back. Reach the fingertips forward into your child's pose. From your child's pose, lifting up onto all fours. Bring the knees underneath the hips. We'll do a puppy pose for our back bend today. So stacking the hips over the knees, reaching the fingertips forward, and chest draws towards the floor. Maybe the forehead comes to the floor. And that's okay. That's okay where you are. You can also bring the chest all the way to the floor. Chin to the floor, if that's where you are. Another option for this back bend is I actually really love this, is to bring the elbows to the floor and just cradle your chin here and just let the heart melt. And if you're in your puppy, press into the forearms, slowly coming back up, swinging the feet forward. Reaching the fingers forward, lowering down slowly all the way to your back. Walking the soles of the feet to the mat. Cross your right ankle over the left knee and press the right shin away. Draw the left knee into the chest. maybe grasping for the hamstring of the left leg. Release the left foot down, place the right foot down, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and just let that left knee relax down, pressing the left shin away and drawing the right knee into the chest. If you can keep your shoulders on the floor to reach for the hamstring, and you can keep a soft bend through the elbows, then reach through the hamstring. Otherwise, just use the weight of the right knee and the strength of the right leg to find this stretch here. And you can press the left shin away. And release the right sole, the foot down, release the left foot down. Draw and just come up into that legs up the wall again, extending the legs up towards the ceiling, and just hang out here for a moment, allowing the feet to soften. And bending through the knees, place the soles of the feet to the mat. Gently lift the hips and just rock over onto the right glute. Draw the knees into the chest and over to the right hand side, twisting to the right, and just allowing the belly to soften here, the breath to soften, relax. And drawing the knees back to center, place the soles of the feet just to rock over onto the left hip and knees into the chest and over to the left. Knees come back to center. Place the soles of the feet to the mat and extend your legs long. This is where I'll leave you for your final resting pose, Shavasana. If you don't know what Shavasana is, or you just like a guided Shavasana, you can head on over to the description of this video. And in that description, I have a playlist called the Meditation Playlist. And in that, I have a video with a guided Shavasana. Anything you need to know about Shavasana is there. Otherwise, you can stay right here. Please don't skip meditation. And thank you for joining me today. Thank you and namaste.